Welcome back to MarkOneModels. In this episode, I'll be giving you an update on what's been going on with the Fairmont Ranchero I'm making for the Iceman Collection's 2026 build-off. As a recap, Iceman Collection has a group on Facebook and has a build-off with a deadline of August 31st. If you choose to participate, you need to build a Ford truck or SUV from the years 1950 to 1979. I had decided I was going to make a Ranchero, but with a twist. Using the bodies from a Fairmont and a Courier mini truck, I was going to construct a Ranchero that technically doesn't exist. In my previous video on this build, you saw that I had obtained a Gen 2 Coyote motor for the car. I had cut off the back of the Fairmont, added in the truck bed, and grafted in the front wheel arches. I had also been modifying the custom cap so it would fit the standard bed, but with the new front angle of the rear window of the Fairmont. As time has passed, more have been done on the build, so it was time for an update. One of the things I needed to address was the grille on the Fairmont. The one that the Resin kit comes with is for a newer version of the Fairmont, so I needed to backdate it a bit so it would be 79 or older. That meant single bulbs on each side with turn signals that were next to them. The solution came from two full-size truck grills. The headlights came from the AMT Superstone's 78 Ford 4x4 truck, and the signals came from the MPC 78 Dodge D100. Both were cut from the grills, and after carefully removing the lights from the Fairmont grill, I was able to fit these in, and they look the part of a 78 very well now. We'll get back to the build in just a moment, but I wanted to take a moment to remind you that if you like these videos, feel free to give a like and subscribe and share with your friends. Don't forget to make sure your notifications are turned on so you won't miss an episode. You can also follow along on our Facebook, Instagram, and Threads pages, and you can find those on the links in the homepage. Now let's get back to the build. The next part of the body that I worked on was the rear window / the cab wall. The Courier's windows fills the opening well, and with some heat persuasion and some grinding, the lower cab wall would work out great. In looking at the engine bay area, none of the fender wells that I had from either the Mustang or the Courier would be long enough, but the Mustang ones are more correct, so I will end up lengthening them to fit. Last time you got to see the Coyote motor, it was unpainted and in pieces, but now I have it finished up and it is looking sharp. I have not applied the supplied decals for it yet, as I don't know if I want to use the white decals or try some decals that are color matched to the body color. Speaking of color, I've mostly settled in on going with a shade of green, possibly Tamiya TS43 Racing Green or TS20 Metallic Green. I've also settled in on wheels. I didn't want to go with large Resto Mod wheels, so I tried to keep myself limited to 16-inch or smaller in scale. I rested with a set of DeTomaso Pantera wheels and tires from Jay's Resin Wheels. Test fitting looks good, but also opens me up to another change. I'll need to widen the wheel tubs in the bed to accommodate those larger rear tires. I may try the nylon thread cutting method for this, as that was something I recently learned about, and there's no time like the present for a new skill. That's going to be it for part 2 of this build. I'm making progress and still confident I'll make the deadline. What are your thoughts on it so far? I'd love to know in the comments. In the meantime, when I have more to share on this build, you will absolutely see it up here. Thank you for watching MarkOneModels.